Warm greetings from all at UNSW Sydney to colleagues from across the globe participating in the THE World Academic Summit. Last week, a colleague in India sent me an article by an academic in the USA who expressed the view that the reputation of science, evidence and research was being muddied by the mistakes, failures and challenges of the pandemic. My view is the exact opposite. We are seeing research, science and knowledge progress at an extraordinarily rapid rate in real time. There are, of course, mistakes, dead ends, hypotheses tested and proven wrong, and vigorous debate. That is exactly the way science, research and learning progress at their very best. I'm convinced that when we look back in 3 to 4 years, the pandemic will be seen as a vindication of the scientific method and of evidence-based academics. After all the false turns and learning, we will have new public health approaches, new treatments and a vaccine. And I predict that it will, in retrospect, after all the pain, be seen as an affirmation of science, technology and healthcare. And we need to help our societies to understand that that is not failure. It is precisely the process that leads to progress. And it is progress through research and through educating more of the world's population that we all live and breathe for. Records show that in 1820, the share of our world's population older than 15 with at least some form of formal basic education was around 17%. In the 19th century, it rose to around 33%. By 2010, it was up to 84%. Currently, 840 million people across the world are educated to a post-secondary level. But the projections are that by 2100, that number will be just over 3 billion. The 19th century saw progress in primary education, the 20th century in secondary education, and we can be confident, despite the current circumstances, that the 21st century will fulfill its promise to be the century of higher education. And what a massive contribution to human well-being that will be. Advances in methods and technologies have changed the way we learn, but one thing has stayed constant. As knowledge and understanding permeate societies across the world, human life improves. And we now have the technology and the cultural change needed to accelerate that progress. Our students, domestic and international, want greater access and more choice in how they learn. There will always be face-to-face teaching. But the increased online options we've seen during the pandemic are here to stay, and they will broaden the scope for more flexible blended learning, lifelong learning and international education. Over the coming years, online education will enable us to innovate in the way we deliver education and engage our students, not just in the curriculum, but also in the experiences that we believe are fundamental to a quality university experience. Our challenges will of course be in the cost of delivery of online education, in overcoming barriers to delivery, especially to remote and disadvantaged communities, and in ensuring that we maintain the highest standards of teaching and learning. We now have the technologies to share knowledge without limit and a shared commitment to use that opportunity to enrich lives across the world. Even at this challenging time, that is an immensely exciting prospect. My very best wishes to all as we navigate our way through the current crisis.